Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for tuning in yet again for another video. So on today I'm going to share with you some little tips and tricks on how to prevent bloating or how to ease it on yourself so that you don't feel like you're walking around with a second trimester baby, which is sometimes how I can feel. So obviously we have to just take note and disclaimer that you will at some point, always throughout the month, girls, get bloated because your body's going to be holding on to water due to your hormones, which is perfectly normal. Okay, so some of these tips and tricks can help to ease that kind of, but it'll never really 100% go away. Also, to take note that you might have a food intolerance to something, and that could also be why your stomach is bloating. So you have to pay attention to what you're eating as well. But let's just jump straight into the few basic things that can really help to decrease bloating and water weight. And the biggest one, and the most obvious, is to drink your water. People are like, why would I want to drink water? It's going to make me feel more bloated and stuff. No sister friend, it ain't. You have to drink water in order to flush out water. It's actually a weird concept to think about that. It's like when people say in order to lose weight you have to eat more regularly, and you do, and people are actually quite shocked when you say to them you have to eat 6 small meals a day in order to lose weight. People are like, but then I'm eating too much. No, it's not how it works. But anyways, let's not get off track. I'm very tired. Can you guys tell? Yeah, I feel like you can tell. Tired. Anyways, so drinking your water, make sure that you're getting at least 2 liters a day. Some people actually need up to 4 liters a day and more if you're training high intensity, you live in a hotter area. So just make sure that you're getting enough water. That's one of the quickest, easiest, and most well-known tips and tricks to make sure that you're drinking enough water. Another thing that you can do is start your morning off with some lemon water, especially maybe if like it's towards the time of the month when you're going to be getting your period and you might just want to make sure that everything's moving, because your hormones also can make you constipated. And obviously if you're pregnant, you get constipated, hormones, baby sitting there, all of that stuff. That's really not relevant to this because you're not bloated, technically you're pregnant. But hormones can play a massive role in that. So what you can do is you can drink lemon water first thing in the morning, and some people can drink green tea. I personally can't. Green tea on an empty stomach makes me feel sick. So I can't do that. But lemon water totally works. It helps to detox the system and to get the bowels moving. And yes, guys, if you have not gone to the toilet, you're going to feel bloated. It's normal. Which brings me into my next thing, is making sure that you're eating enough fiber, but also making sure you're not eating too much. So this is now like a catch-22. I'm one of those people who I can't eat too much fiber because then I get even more constipated, but I can't have too little. So I kind of have to see what works for me. Making sure that you're eating like enough fresh fruit, fresh veggies, green leafy veg, oats, whole grains, that kind of stuff to really get the good fiber into your diet, and especially like veggies. But then on the other hand, some vegetables can make you really bloated. So with this tip, I would say that if you're finding you can't figure it out, you don't know, it's not your hormones, you're not really sure what it is, keep a food diary and see what you eat in the day and write how you feel afterwards. And you'll be able to notice a pattern over a few days of what food is possibly making you bloated and can make you gassy. Sometimes it's excuse me. You see? Sometimes it can be like your green leafy veggies or broccoli or cauliflower can sometimes make you bloated, and that's just causing gas and the bloat. So you have to kind of gauge what foods work for your body and what doesn't. For me, what makes me bloat, if I have to think about it properly, what veggies? Cauliflower tends to make me bloat. not too badly, but it does. And also raw onions can make you bloat. Well, they make me bloat. So those are the things that I've noticed in my diet. But other than that, I seem to be okay. A really good tip that my mom always taught me, if obviously you're feeling constipated, which is obviously then going to lead to you being bloated and uncomfortable, is eating prunes first thing in the morning. People are like, ew, prunes. Guys, prunes are actually really yummy. Maybe not the prune juice, but prunes themselves. What my mom does is she boils them and then she has them with yogurt like first thing in the morning, like just 2 or 3, and then her normal breakfast. And she swears by that, and my dad makes that for her all the time if she doesn't make it, which my dad probably makes it. But anyways, that's what works for her. So that's another little tip. Another thing that I can possibly say to you is to stop bloating, and that's also quite a simple thing. Exercise. Very important actually for the digestive system. The moment you're walking, you're moving your body, you're getting active, the digestive system starts to move, and if that's moving, there's no more bloat. This is kind of fun, but it's the truth. So if you're feeling bloated, perhaps you might want to look at going for a walk, getting the bowels moving, getting the body moving, sweating, get your sweat on. If you sweat, it also draws water out, which means not a lot of bloating. And just another real easy and quite logical tip, if I can say so myself, chew your food properly and actually have the time to digest. Digestion actually starts in your mouth, and if you're not chewing properly, it's not going to go down properly, and then you're going to be bloated. And that brings me on actually to another thing that I didn't even think of. Chewing gum, guys. Chewing gum bloats you. So if you're naturally feeling like you're bloated all the time, and you're probably sitting there going, it's your gum, spit it out. So those are my little tips and tricks, if you will. Everyone experiences bloating. After you eat, you might have a bit of a belly. That's normal. You are your leanest first thing in the morning when you wake up out of bed. So yeah, and sometimes it's just part of life. But the biggest thing I find with people is if you're bloating a lot, it's probably because you have an intolerance to something, or your stomach's not feeling too good all the time. You probably have an intolerance to something. So it might be worthwhile to just have a food diary if you're not quite sure what it is, and do that over a course of a week, and then you can pinpoint what exactly it may be, eliminate it, and see if your stomach gets better that way. So yeah, I hope this was a bit informative. This is just what works for me and what I notice, and what I do. But yeah, also especially like drinking, if you even after you eat or whatever, if you're feeling like you might have had a heavyish meal, sometimes drinking green tea can help. I find, especially if I do that, if I've had quite a starchy meal or something, I feel like it's going to bloat me. Sometimes or I'm actually feeling too full, maybe I ate too much. Sometimes I'll just drink a cup of green tea or peppermint tea, peppermint tea, there's another one. Love peppermint tea. It's so good for the digestive system, and it really takes away bloating, and actually helps, like if you're cramping in your tummy or you're feeling nauseous and stuff, peppermint tea is amazing. Really love that. I drank that in Zanzibar when one of the days I was feeling pretty sick in my stomach, like, I'm just gonna say it, I had the runs. So I drank some peppermint tea just because I obviously hadn't eaten very much and I was kind of hungry, but I was too scared to eat because it would just come straight out. So I had peppermint tea and it actually really settled my stomach. And ever since then, I've made sure that we have it in the house, and I have it here with me all the time. I have it when I go to work. I keep it in my bag, just in case, you never know. And it's just really helpful if you're not feeling so good and your gut's like trying to tell you something. Just have peppermint tea. Really helps. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, or if you didn't, just subscribe anyway, because I can only get better. That was very cheeky. Ignore that. But please subscribe to my channel. It really helps and supports me, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you guys.